Constitutions, the cornerstones of nations, rarely emerge in isolation. They often draw inspiration from global experiences, reflecting a shared human quest for effective governance. India's constitution, a masterpiece of legal craftsmanship, exemplifies this principle of borrowed brilliance. It meticulously weaves together elements from various corners of the world, creating a vibrant tapestry of democratic ideals. This borrowing wasn't mere imitation, it was a deliberate selection and adaptation of ideas to suit the unique needs of a newly independent nation. The framers of India's constitution, led by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, embarked on a global intellectual journey. They studied constitutional models from around the world, recognizing the universality of democratic principles while appreciating the nuances of different systems. Their goal was not to replicate any single model, but to forge a unique path for India, drawing from the best practices of established democracies. This approach reflects a deep understanding of constitutionalism. The Constitution is not merely a legal document, but a living framework for governance, constantly evolving to meet the challenges of its time. By incorporating elements from diverse sources, India's constitution ensured its adaptability and resilience. This essay will delve into the specific influences of British, American, and French constitutionalism on the Indian constitution, highlighting how these borrowings enriched India's democratic fabric. India's long history as a British colony inevitably left its mark on the nation's constitutional framework. The Indian constitution borrows heavily from the Westminster system, incorporating key features that provide stability and continuity in governance. One of the most prominent borrowings is the parliamentary form of government, where the executive branch is accountable to the legislature. This system, characterized by a prime minister and a council of ministers, ensures that the government remains responsive to the will of the people. Further solidifying the link to British tradition, India adopted a bicameral legislature, comprising the Lok Sabha, House of the People, and the Rajya Sabha, Council of States. This structure, mirroring the British House of Commons and House of Lords, provides a system of checks and balances within the legislative process. The Lok Sabha, directly elected by the people, represents the popular will, while the Rajya Sabha, with members elected indirectly, provides a forum for regional representation and expert opinion. Another significant borrowing from the British system is the concept of single citizenship. Unlike countries like the United States, where individuals hold both national and state citizenship, India grants a single, unified citizenship to all its people. This promotes national unity and integration, fostering a sense of shared identity among citizens from diverse backgrounds. Finally, India's adoption of the cabinet system further underscores the influence of British constitutionalism. The cabinet, consisting of senior ministers, acts as the executive arm of government, responsible for formulating and implementing policy. This system ensures collective decision-making and promotes accountability within the executive branch. While British influence is evident in the structure of India's government, the American Constitution provided a powerful source of inspiration for safeguarding individual rights and freedoms. The Indian Constitution incorporates fundamental rights, drawing heavily from the American Bill of Rights. These rights, enshrined in Part 3 of the Constitution, guarantee essential freedoms such as freedom of speech, assembly, religion, and equality before the law. The American influence extends beyond individual liberties to the very foundation of India's constitutional philosophy. The preamble to the Indian Constitution, echoing the spirit of the American Declaration of Independence, proclaims India as a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. This statement encapsulates the core values of the Indian state, emphasizing popular sovereignty, social justice, religious freedom, and democratic governance. The Indian Constitution also borrows from the American model in structuring the powers of the president. While India adopted a parliamentary system, the president, as the head of state, plays a significant role in upholding the Constitution and safeguarding its democratic principles. The president's powers, though largely ceremonial, include the authority to appoint the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers, as well as the power to dissolve parliament under specific circumstances. These borrowings from the American Constitution reflect a commitment to individual liberty and democratic values. The framers of India's constitution recognized the importance of enshrining fundamental rights and ensuring a balance of power within the government. By drawing inspiration from the American experience, they sought to create a system that protects individual freedoms while promoting a just and equitable society. The French Revolution, with its resounding call for liberty, equality, and fraternity, resonated deeply with the aspirations of India's independence movement. These ideals, enshrined in the French Constitution, found their way into the very fabric of India's constitution, inspiring a vision of a society based on justice and equality for all. The concept of liberty, fundamental to the French Revolution, is reflected in the Indian Constitution's guarantee of fundamental rights, ensuring individual freedoms and autonomy. Equality, another cornerstone of the French Revolution, finds expression in the Indian Constitution's commitment to social justice. The Constitution prohibits discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth, striving to create a level playing field for all citizens. Affirmative action policies, aimed at uplifting marginalized communities, further demonstrate the commitment to equality enshrined in the Constitution. The ideal of fraternity, emphasizing a sense of brotherhood and solidarity, is woven into the very fabric of Indian society. The Constitution promotes unity and diversity, recognizing the rich tapestry of cultures and languages that make up the Indian nation. The emphasis on national integration and communal harmony reflects the spirit of fraternity, fostering a sense of shared belonging among all citizens. The French influence on the Indian Constitution highlights the enduring power of revolutionary ideals. The principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity, born out of the French Revolution, continue to inspire constitutionalism around the world, reminding us of the universal human quest for freedom, justice, and solidarity. The Indian Constitution, with its eclectic mix of global influences, stands as a testament to the interconnectedness of constitutional ideas. The framers, in their wisdom, recognized that nation-building is not a solitary endeavor. They drew inspiration from the successes and failures of other democracies, adapting these lessons to the unique context of India. This selective borrowing ensured that the Indian Constitution was not merely a legal document, but a living testament to the aspirations of a nation. The borrowed elements enriched India's constitution in several ways. The British influence provided a stable framework for governance, ensuring continuity and order in a newly independent nation. The American inspiration emphasized individual rights and freedoms, protecting citizens from government overreach. The French ideals infused the Constitution with a spirit of social justice and equality, striving to create a society that upholds the dignity of all its members. The significance of these borrowings lies not just in the individual elements, but in their harmonious integration. The Indian Constitution is not a patchwork of foreign ideas, but a cohesive whole, reflecting a deep understanding of constitutional principles and a commitment to adapting these principles to the Indian context. This approach ensured that the Constitution remained relevant and resilient, capable of guiding India through the complexities of nation-building and democratic governance. In conclusion, the Indian Constitution's embrace of borrowed brilliance serves as a powerful reminder that constitutionalism is a global conversation. By learning from the experiences of other democracies, India crafted a constitution that is both uniquely Indian and universally resonant. This approach, characterized by thoughtful adaptation and a commitment to democratic values, continues to inspire constitutionalism around the world, demonstrating the enduring power of shared human aspirations for freedom, justice, and equality.